Welcome to our 5 on 5. We're pleased to be joined by Todd Reeve, the CEO of the Bonneville Environmental Foundation, and Sean Franks, a student leader from Southern Oregon University. Gentlemen, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Our pleasure. So, Todd, let me start with you. You guys are working on an interesting arrangement. Tell us about your partnership.
We've got a long-standing partnership with SOU. Since 2006, 2007, we've been working with them on a set of innovative sustainability activities. And Sean and other student leaders in the administration have really pushed the envelope on thinking about energy sustainability, water sustainability, and whatnot. And here today, we're talking primarily about SOU's commitment to be the first university in the nation to balance the entire amount of water that they use on campus with an equal amount of water restored to a local critically dewatered ecosystem, elevating their thinking as a student body, as a campus, about how and where they use water, where there are opportunities to conserve, and thinking about balancing water used for industry and agriculture and water that's dedicated for the environment.
It's very cool, and as Todd mentioned, you guys are like the first university to do this, so this is pretty unusual, right, Sean?
Yeah, no, definitely. Bonneville approached us earlier in the spring last year and helped us, kind of map out what we wanted as students, what we wanted to achieve, and what our goals were, and I think the water restoration certificates aligned with that perfectly, and so the students went forward with that, and we're very pleased with our outcome and what BEF has done on the project, so it's really exciting.
Yeah, it's very cool. So Todd, why 7 Mile Creek is what we're talking about working with, right? Why 7 Mile Creek? What makes it different or special?
Yeah, there's a lot of unique reasons that 7 Mile Creek's a great fit for SOU in this project. One reason is, water that's delivered over to this side of the mountains near Bear Creek, and water that's used in SOU's campus for irrigation. Much of that water comes from the Klamath Basin, comes from very near 7 Mile Creek. And so one reason is to show the interconnection between the water. You turn on the tap and it comes out, and sometimes we don't think so much about where does it come from. And in this case, it's a great connection to, hey, actually it's coming from over in the 7 Mile Creek area. And that's a creek that has very intact habitat, high quality conditions for threatened species, but it's been critically dewatered to the point of being dry over several miles of that creek for a century or so. And so there's critical needs to really balance out the on-farm use of water with water restored to that creek, and all manner of benefits: water quality improvements for Klamath Lake, benefits for trout, benefits for Oregon spotted frog. So a lot of environmental benefits coming out of working with that rancher and an irrigator over there to balance those needs, put water back in the creek, keep that farming operation going as well.
Wow, very good. All right, guys, well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll have much more in a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. I'm going to hear with Todd Reeve, the CEO of the Bonneville Environmental Foundation, and Sean Franks, an SOU student leader. So, Sean, how did students get involved in this? What got you guys going?
Well, the Bonneville Environmental Foundation approached us early on last year when I was in student government, and they told us about this water restoration certificate program that we might be interested in. And at that time, we were rearranging our green fund to invest in energy, as well as campus initiatives, and so water fit perfectly with that. And so we got involved with Bonneville early on, and they helped us with the campaign to get the awareness out to the students, to let them know what they were voting on, as well as the campaign materials, getting signs out so students were aware. And then we put it to a vote, and so students came out, and 90% of the students that actually showed up to the vote said that they wanted this fund to go through. And the fund was that they would be charged $15 a term, up to $15 a term, and to spend on these different type of projects. And so right away we established that relationship, got the contract signed up, and started helping out and making an impact, I think, like the next week after the vote. So
yeah, that's really impressive. Money's tight these days, especially for students. We talk about that often, and you guys are very environmentally conscious there at Southern Oregon University. Yeah,
definitely. The students are very passionate about it. I think we would have saw maybe on a different campus a little bit more of a struggle between charging a little extra, but I think Southern Oregon University students really get it that we want to help out the environment, and that our local environment was that much more.
Absolutely. Okay, and Todd, we talked about a little bit of the environmental goals before. What about the social goals? Do you have social goals for this project?
Absolutely, and I think really the big picture, that's what we're driving for, and we're thinking about freshwater scarcity and sustainability over the long term, and we're thinking about how to increase public awareness around water conservation, about understanding that water that you use on your tap is connected to a source somewhere, and all these linkages matter. And really using SOU as a leader in this regard has helped us already to represent the actions that they're taking at at other national forums for university sustainability and regional forums, and showcasing how the students and the administration at SOU are really elevating their work on this front. And so ultimately using this idea of the Water Restoration Certificate Program, connecting a water user, whether it's a business or a company or a university, with a set of solutions to help balance and restore water. We're trying to create a movement where people are thinking about these connections and they're taking action to try and balance our water use. There's no question going forward, fresh water is becoming more and more scarce. Lots of examples of that. We're going to have to do a better job as a society of using less and balancing those. And this relationship with SOU is really providing us with a marquee model and a partner to sort of represent the cutting edge of that type of work.
You talked about getting the word out about that. Is there a website people can go to learn more about this project? And other
Absolutely,
things they can do?
absolutely. From our end, you can definitely go to b-e-f.org, and it showcases a whole portfolio of energy, water, carbon sustainability initiatives that we run. So that showcases a number of example projects on the water side, on the energy side. Work a lot with schools on solar education and renewable energy, etc. So really trying to think out of the box on entrepreneurial and innovative solutions to help people grapple with some of these pressing energy, water, and carbon challenges that we're facing.
Very good, gentlemen. Thank you both so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate it.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.